Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
And we are cruising with the Colemans. And today we are at, I have to look at the sign,
Castaways RV Resort in Ocean City, Maryland.
And this campground is hopping today.
Well, first of all, we're coming to you on 4th of July.
So I know you're seeing this way later than that, but happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy Independence Day. So we are in Ocean City, Maryland, and we are coming to you literally on the holiday because we wanted to show you a little bit about what it looks like at its busiest.
Now this campground is a little bit different for us. This is not the kind of campground that we usually stay at.
The more videos that we create that say this is a little bit different, we're always doing something a little different. But hey, that's taking an adventure, right? The reason it's different though is because it is a crowded campground. 317 sites,
including the 40 to 50 cabins.
Yeah, and cabins, and they have several different types of areas. Where we're coming to you right now is called Paradise Cove. It's the very first spot you see when you pull in, and it's secluded from all the noise. It's surrounded by trees and 360 degrees, it's surrounded by trees. Yeah, the only noise you're gonna get here is when people are coming in and out because this is a dead-end street. We wanted to stay at this campground because you know 2020 did not provide a lot of fun for anybody. So we wanted to be where we could see fireworks from our campsite and have kind of a party vibe. But at least we get to see it from the campground. We don't have to drive into the city. We don't have to deal with lots of people.
Fighting the crowds and the traffic.
Everyone here has kind of staked out a site or an area, and we're gonna be in our kayaks or just walking in the water to see the fireworks. So that's awesome. This is a park that you go to stay at the campground.
Yeah, this is not necessarily a park where you're going to come here and then just leave the camper and be gone all day long.
All the time. There's
lots to do.
Obviously, so you want to budget your time. We actually extended our stay by 4 days because we realized we want to do all that stuff out there and we want to have time where we're just staying here. So for example, today, we're just staying here, we're enjoying the fun. But I will say, I feel like we missed out on the golf cart parade.
We did.
We didn't get it on
so
video.
Michelle said there are 317 sites here. I think there are probably about 450 golf carts.
So you can rent golf carts here, you can bring them. They're all fully decorated for the 4th of July. So don't come here on the 4th of July without decorating your golf cart or your bike.
And I bet other holidays are just as decked out.
Yeah. So there was a golf cart parade yesterday, which was really fun to just watch everyone go by. It was one of those, and you know, you've been there. Afterwards we go, oh, we should have videotaped that.
Should have done that.
But
so other amenities, there's a pool. There's
only one pool. One pool.
But you also have a beach with the water. Mm-hmm. You also have some rentals available, so they have some kayaks and stand-up paddle boards available to rent.
Jet skis and pontoon boats.
Okay, so you can rent all that here too.
And you have to, there's a sandbar right here, so you have to go down to a different location to actually pick it up, but you can rent it right here. There's also
so there's also a snack bar that's got a pretty good menu.
I was gonna say,
they've got some loaded crab dipped French fries that I'm dying to try.
Yeah, if you don't come with it, they have plenty. So inflatables, because everyone needs inflatables. Things for your RV, obviously. If you forget beer.
And a wall of beer. And man, for the time of day, I can't believe that's still that stocked. Because I've seen people buying a lot of beer.
We had nachos for lunch and we were out of salsa. They had salsa. They have a little bit of everything. They have clothes behind us, gifts. But the one thing we still have to try, Brian, is that loaded French fries with crab dip in them. They have a tiki bar. Technically, there's a pool bar at the pool, and there's a tiki bar at the beach. So 2 different options there. So 1 pool, 2 tiki bars, but there's a beach. So, and there's live music at the tiki bar by the beach. Live music going on every day that we've been here. There's been music going on for at least in the afternoon or in the evening. I think last night the music was playing till about 11:30. It's been great. So we're staying up in the Island Oasis. Another thing that we did that we don't normally do, we wanted to be up in the crowd. I just kind of look around and go, don't tell anybody, we're actually enjoying it. But one of the reasons I think we're enjoying it is because there's room on the sites. Yeah. So look at the picture that I took of our RV, and you can see how far out our kayaks are. And so we've got seating area, we've got room for our propane fire, we got a fire pit, plus we have room for the kayaks.
Our fire pit is kind of in a weird place, which is why we're using the propane fire here.
Yeah, now
it's kind of in the middle of the corner of the 4 sites. So we decided to just pull out the fire pit.
But I really have enjoyed Island Oasis because we're down there from our site. We can hear the nightly music going on, which is great.
A lot of fun. We
can carry our kayaks down into the water. So that's been really nice. It's been really convenient. And of course, it's where all of the golf carts go. As you can see, the line of golf carts is intense.
That's the line of golf carts at the beach.
It's intense. There's a lot of people here. It'll be interesting to see the dynamic, to see if it changes after tomorrow. So let's continue our tour and take today's adventure looking at Castaways RV Resort.
So when you get here to check in at Castaways, the Welcome Center or the check-in desk has 6 nice parking spaces. Here's where you can rent your golf cart from. They also have some tourist information. And is the Wi-Fi any better up here?
It's okay.
The Wi-Fi's okay.
I would depend on it for a job.
Yeah, it is typical Sun Resort Wi-Fi. So right here next to the pool and the splash pad you can hear in the background is this one area of pull-through sites. And then straight across from that is the Island Oasis. And as you can see here, these sites are relatively spacious. And 30 and 50 amp hookups. There is cable TV available, regular Sun Wi-Fi, and there's an upgraded Wi-Fi that you can buy as either a 3-day pass or a week pass.
Yeah. A single day, a week, or 3 days. There's also a month. But look at it.
So here's our site. So that tree would be the end of our site. But over here, our living space, you see our kayaks all the way up to those trees. All of that is our space, home sweet home. We are back at the opposite end of the campground from the beach. And it's got a very different vibe back here. Much quieter. Yeah, so this is called the lower deck. That's this back area.
And all of them, the sites are big. Honestly, the sites are pretty nice size in general.
The sites are pretty good size. They're not crammed on top of each other.
You have that mini light, and even going to the next one, how much room they have.
Now, I will say that in the area that we're at, the Island Oasis, the sites are all at 90-degree angles to the road, so they're a little challenging to get into because it's just tight enough that we've watched some bigger rigs really struggle to get backed in, especially because there's so many vehicles, so many golf carts. So there's just not a lot of room, even though the sites are plenty big. So Club Castaways is another section of the park that is a private gated section. I believe Sun has a membership group, so this section is reserved for them. So definitely has a much less traffic back here because even people's golf carts can't get into this area without a key card. So it's going to be a little bit quieter over here. It has pretty easy access to the pool, very easy access over to the beach also because it's kind of right on the front edge of all the stuff.
Private bathhouse.
So there are 4 bathhouses, I believe, here in the campground, and each one has a laundry room and, of course, showers and bathrooms.
Oh yeah, holy cow, it is quieter. Once the bathhouse blocked the music at the tiki bar, it got very quiet. And I think the important point of what you just said is nobody can just drive their golf carts around in here because that's what they seem to be doing around our campsite all night long.
We've got a great playground here for the kids. And this is in the Club Castaways area, but there's also access to it from the main part of the campground. Club Castaways does have its own private pool. It's a little bit smaller than the main pool, and it does not have a bar and a snack shop at it.
But there's only 50 sites.
But a much smaller group of people using that pool.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be an advantage.
I will say, I don't know how much money they're paying, but we're paying a lot.
Yeah, this is a pretty expensive campground.
Yeah.
So you are paying for all these amenities, that's for sure. But I will say the nicest thing is that the rate that we're paying is what we're paying. There's no add-ons. They don't charge extra for dogs or for extra kids. They don't charge extra for like a resort fee or anything like that. So, the beach here at Castaways may not look very big, and it doesn't have
the width that a lot of beaches have.
It's maybe 20 yards of beach over here in the middle of the 10 yards. During low tide, like right now, there is bonus beach. There's 2 big spots out there. Here's an amenity that we didn't even realize they had. One of these cottages is actually a workout room. So they've got some equipment here, and it's all included.
So the fitness center moved because they made this an arcade.
Oh, so that fitness center that was in a trailer used to be here. Now we got a nifty arcade. Lots of good stuff.
And then the bathrooms. You can't come in.
Michelle knows where all the best bathrooms are. And going through the arcade, ice cream shop. The other thing that we totally did not realize they had was mini golf. We really should look closer at the maps when we check in. But not only did it have this awesome mini golf course, there are some basketball courts over here.
Okay, so we were at Island Oasis, the Island Oasis section, which was just right over here. That is the closest section to the bay, okay?
The beach.
The bay, the beach, right? You can see Ocean City from there. That's the closest section. We were there for the first 4 days. For the last 4 days, we're here. We have one of 5 pull-through sites. We got into this site because it was one of the only sites that were available. But what we didn't know until we got here is this site is fully paved. And so after walking around the campground, we realized that all of the other sites in this campground are fully paved, except the ones in Island Oasis. So in Island Oasis, you're getting gravel and sand. Mixture of both in your campsite. Everything that we had at Island Oasis was covered in sand, but here it's all paved. All in all, it's been a great week at Castaways RV Resort.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed checking out Castaways RV Resort here in Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah, it has been a really fun holiday. So I will say, even though for us we like the quiet state park, if you want that feeling of just being in the middle of a great big party and you don't have to go anywhere, this is the place to be. We can swim, we got the kayaks out, we can go to the beach, we can wash our swimsuits if we have to. We can do all the things, and we have spacious living area. I wasn't sure about this campground. I was really nervous, and I was hoping that it would be a great experience, and it has been.
If you like this review, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. Make sure you check out our campground playlist. We've got a bunch of other campground reviews on there, and keep following along because we are going to finish adding all of those New England states on the rest of this trip in the next 4 weeks between July 4th and August 7th, 8th. When we get home, August 8th, when we get back home. So we'll be adding all those extra states. Make sure you hit subscribe button, and we'll see you for next week's adventure.